Hello, welcome back. It's time for lesson 37. My holiness blesses the world. This idea contains the first glimmerings of your true function in the world, or why you are here. Your purpose is to see the world through your own holiness. Thus are you and the world blessed together. No one loses. Nothing is taken away from anyone. Everyone gains through your holy vision. It signifies the end of sacrifice because it offers everyone his full due. And he is entitled to everything because it is his birthright as a son of God. Remember, we're all sons of God, just for simplicity's sake. I'm a son, even though my gender is female. Because really, when it comes to your soul, does your soul have a gender? I don't know, what do you think? Okay. There is no other way in which the idea of sacrifice can be removed from the world's thinking. Any other way of seeing will inevitably demand payment of someone or something. As a result, the perceiver will lose, nor will he have any idea why he is losing. Yet is his wholeness restored to his awareness through your vision. Your holiness blesses him by asking nothing of him. Those who see themselves as whole make no demands. That is a big sentence. Those who see themselves as whole make no demands. So I think back on pretty much all of my past relationships and the things that went wrong with them, and the way that I was looking at that relationship was that that person was supposed to fill some hole, H-O-L-E, in me, complete some part of me. And now that I'm becoming whole, W-H-O-L-E, and I realize that it is up to me to find my wholeness on my own, and then realizing that I was always whole to begin with is very freeing. And it allows me to look at friendships and relationships, whether it's with a person that I'm interested in as a significant other, or even familial relationships, not expecting my parents to complete some portion of my life, but recognizing that everything I need is within me. And that is true freedom. And that I can give to others, and I'm not losing anything. So the more love I have within me from my own source, from the higher source, the more love I can give. And when you give love, do you lose love? So I think that's where all of this is going with when it's talking about my holiness blesses the world. And I wonder if we think about my holiness being like my holiness, like I'm a whole being. The more whole I am, I guess you can only be whole or not whole. You can't be more whole than less whole. So once you become whole, then you are holy, then you can really bless the world because you're not asking the world for anything. You already have everything you need, and you're simply just living life and enjoying it. I like that. Okay. Your holiness is the salvation of the world. It lets you teach the world that it is one with you, not by preaching to it, not by telling it anything, but merely by your quiet recognition that in your holiness are all things blessed along with you. Today's 4 longer exercise periods, each to involve 3 to 5 minutes of practice, begin with the repetition of the idea for today, followed by a minute or so of looking about you as you apply the idea to whatever you see. My holiness blesses this chair. My holiness blesses that window. My holiness blesses this body. Then close your eyes and apply the idea to any person who occurs to you using his name and saying, my holiness blesses you. Name. You may continue the practice period with your eyes closed. You may open your eyes again and apply the idea for today to your outer world if you so desire. You may alternate between applying the idea to what you see around you and to those who are in your thoughts, or you may use any combination of these 2 phases of application that you prefer. The practice period should conclude with a repetition of the idea with your eyes closed, and another following immediately with your eyes open. The shorter exercises consist of repeating the idea as often as you can. It is particularly helpful to apply it silently to anyone you meet, using his name as you do so. It is essential to use the idea if anyone seems to cause an adverse reaction to you or in you. Offer him the blessing of your holiness immediately, that you may learn to keep it in your own awareness. I love that because, I think often when we end up in a situation with a person that is uncomfortable or awkward, or as the book says, adverse, it could be because we're coming from a place of defense, or we see something in them that maybe isn't there. And so if we find our own place of holiness, we find our own connection, and we can say, my holiness blesses you, so and so, as we're approaching them, it's kind of a good reminder as you're interacting with them to think, okay, if my holiness is blessing them, my wholeness, my ability to be complete, how does that look? So my holiness blesses the world. I also think about the idea of holiness with, when you are whole, you're able to be in a greater state of appreciation because you're not feeling lack. You're not feeling like there's something missing. I feel like the more you come into a relationship with a sense of offering instead of needing, it's just a better experience. And that's not to say that you'll never need anything from anybody, but think about those friends that seem to always need you to listen to them, and they don't seem to ever be able to listen to you, or those friends that always seem to just be needing something from you, and it gets tiring, and eventually people don't want to spend time with you anymore when you're overly needy. So I think getting to a place where you feel very whole on your own, then you can approach relationships as two whole beings, enjoying each other's company, learning from one another, and blessing each other. That's pretty cool. So have fun with this, as always, and let me know what you discover. And yeah, I look forward to lesson 38. All right then, see you tomorrow.